Assalamu alaikum. I am Muhammad Alian. Today my topic is ethnicity in Pakistan and its cultural challenges. First of all, I will tell you about ethnicity. What is ethnicity? Ethnicity refers to the group of people that has their common national or cultural traditions. Now, we should also know the difference between ethnicity and race. Ethnicity is considered to be a cultural identity, whereas race is considered to be a biological classification. Sometimes ethnicity is determined by dressing, whereas race is determined by a physical appearance. Members of different ethnicity can join together, whereas it is different for one person to join another person of different race. Now I will tell you an example which elaborates the difference. We can differentiate both, like that people of Japan are usually have fair color or and people of South African are usually have dark color. So this is their race. While Chinese have their specific dress usually known as Mao suit, and the traditional dress worn by South Africans is kanzu. There would be another point that South Africans could not survive more in Chinese and vice versa. Moreover, they can wear the cultural dresses of each other. Moreover, we can say that ethnicity is a complex mixture of her cultural, historical characteristics by which people differentiate themselves from other group. Now, ethnicity in Pakistan. Ethnicity in Pakistan is not an issue that interrupted few decades ago, but since the birth of this land, after a deep learning, it is proved that ethnicity plays a very vital role in Pakistan economy and its habitat. Since very first step of human being, people and societies are facing problems regarding differentiation and discrimination. There are many languages that are spoken by different ethnic groups. Although Pakistan have 5 provinces: Punjabi, Sindh, Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit Baltistan. Each province had many ethnic groups. Each group had their own language and dialects. Now, Punjab. The people of Punjab are known as Punjabi. This land is also known as Land of Five Rivers. This region was ruled by many different nations like Arabs, Afghani, Persians, and Turks. Even they disappeared from these land, but their cultural and language became a part of people's life. Punjabi language has more than 63 dialects and it is majorly spoken all over the province. Pashtuns. They are also known as Pathans. They are the second largest ethnic group in Pakistan. Origin in Pakistan. Their majority lives in KPK and then in Karachi. Their unique code of tribal structure mainly referred as Pashtun Wali in KPK, mostly other languages in there are many other languages like Hinduko, Chitrali are spoken in by Pashtuns because of emperor and ruler state in this region. The inhabitants of Sindh are also known as Sindhi. Sindhi got most of exposure due to Indus Valley civilization. The Holy Quran was translated in Sindhi too, that shows its religious factor and importance. This is the most language spoken after a Punjabi. The poetry in Sindhi language is mostly based on Sufism. Balochistan is considered as one of biggest province of Pakistan. The inhabitants of this province are known as Balochi and their respective language is also known as Balochi. The population of this province comprises of 60% of total population of Pakistan. Moreover, Pashto is also spoken in this province. Above all mentioned groups were in majority in their respective province. However, there are some other small groups too, like Muhajir, that belongs to the people that migrated from one place to another. This group includes several small groups like Memons, Ismails. These groups adopted the language where they migrated, but the only thing that unites them is Urdu language. The Saraikis. The people living in southern Punjab speaks Saraiki. It is a mixture of many other languages like Arabic, Punjabi, Farsi, and other languages. The cause of unity and pros and cons. Except all above, there is only one thing by all groups are united with each other is Urdu language. Now in this generation people have adopted English language and English is taken place as an office language. All major communications are made through in English languages. Ethnicity in Pakistan contributes in rich culture, but always there are always pros and cons. Ethnicity also have a bad impact. Division among people on the basis of geographic association, language, religious factor is silently affecting the unity of Pakistan. At this point, Pakistan need a very critical attention and government needs to remove all these differences among the people. Cultural challenges faced by Pakistan. There are also many conflicts that rises as a result of ethnicity, like conflict on the basis of grounds, religious ground. In case of Pakistan, it is truly sad that ruling elite always remained unable to maintain the ethnic identities positively. Political socialization and institutionalization of masses were unable to present their efforts due to poor economic resources after the death of Quaid-e-Azam and Prime Minister Liaquat Ali Khan. Political leaders who were politically weak and could not develop pure democratic systems are the very important for equal representation of ethnic identities. Shia Sunni conflict. In Pakistan, current circumstances, the conflict between Shia and Sunni preclude any possibility of acceptance of single ideology for entire nations. Even above Sunni and other religious groups like Brevli or Deobandi, there exist a sharp differences in their respective beliefs. Other religious groups do not want to perform their practices at the same time and same place and same imam. Whenever the efforts are made to make them close to each other, there rises another big trouble as a result. General Ziaul Haq policies also put oil on fire of sectarianism. Conflict between both groups rises in the era of Ziaul Haq. In society like Pakistan, where inhabitants are divided by nature and united by religious Islam, so obviously Islam would play an important role in for creating balance among the ethnic groups. The role of ulmas are very critical. At the same point where people with very little knowledge were directed towards their respective ulemas. The ulemas propagated a very narrow-minded creed by sectarian between both groups started between them. Side effects: Sunnis started attacking Imam Bargas and Shia started attacking mosque. Religious leaders of group were in need of economic assistance which was further fulfilled by foreign countries in the name of funds and zakat. They opened their respective madras and enrolled thousands of students, and these students were military trained there. Those students play a very important role in Afghan war, but soon terror in Pakistan started rising after 9/11 attack. Muslims were accused of doing terror, and further Muslims blamed that the reason of terrorism is the student of madrasas. Yet enforcement agencies are playing a very vital role in to control the extremist element of society. Conflicts on the basis of language. Pakistan is a state where many different languages are spoken as mentioned above. It is true that different ethnic groups are also divided on the basis of language. Language can be a unifying force. It can unite as well as divide the nations as it is their symbol of identities. The origin of this conflict started before the partition of Bengal. The Bengali insisted on to make their language as a national language rather than Urdu, but their demand was ignored. This conflict was among those factors that causes a separation of Bengal. Sindhi language is also an identity of Sindhis. Ethnic problem is very important in Sindh, where different minor groups are interacting. The conflict on the basis of language rises on different occasions. A language riot rises in reign of Zia Bhutto when he declared Sindhi as a national language of Sindh, in which result the group of Muhajirs demonstrated against the bill in Karachi. This tension diffused when the government issued an ordinance in the favor of Hindu language. In 1972, a Baloch nationalist named as Ghaus Bakhsh Banzinjo declared Urdu language as an office work. This was done to avoid conflict any issue, but this issue as misused by Baloch politicians for securing maximum power, but they gave ear to the hidden flames to distrust among major ethnic group and subgroups. In in these conflict, Pashtuns very dominant. Even their leader Khan Abdul Ghaffar declared Urdu as a national language, although Pashto was their symbol, but they did not create an issue because they know that they are better integrated in economic power or structure of Pakistan. Ethnic conflict on the basis of territoriality. It has another prominent case sowing seeds on the conflicting situation among different ethnic groups of different regions. Distribution of economic resources by NFC, National Finance and Finance Commission. Problems like water sharing between the provinces causes a sense of alienation among the deprived ethnic group. NFC is an organ for allocation of state revenues among the provinces. Smaller provinces were not happy of getting much less resources than their need. In this way, a sense of deprivation was generated. Punjab have more population, get more resources than Sindh. So this conflict was dispersed by PPP by alternating the formula of resource allocation among the provinces. The basic structure of Pakistan is comprised of federating units known as a province. When a constitution of 1956 was framed, list of power was such as a federal, provincial, and concurrent. This constitution remained unable to resolve the problem of provincial autonomy because people of East Pakistan and deprived province of Pakistan were not happy with Punjab domination. The Constitution of 1962 provided presidential form of government. Particularly, Bengalis were not happy with the policies of central ruling authority. Ethnic groups during the reign of Zia Bhutto come in conflict when they are deprived from basic necessities of life. It happens when a particular group became successful to have more resources than others. This was a result of ignoring one group. Ultimately, deprived groups resist against such policies in the form of conflicting. For instance, the same reign, Sikhs were successful to get more facilities than Urdu speaking Muhajirs in Sindh. This causes a conflict between both groups. So, Southern Punjab is also known as Saraiki area, but they never want to combine with Saraiki area with non-Saraiki. Sense of ethnic nationalism emerged among Saraiki people due to the lack of justice, development, and less access to power. Due to this, even they are demanding their own province named as Saraikistan. Conflict on the basis of caste. Due to people of same caste, usually people would vote their own kith and kin. There is a chain of main caste and subcaste. For the time being, different caste groups became dormant but again emerged with the new name. Caste based conflict is usually can be observed during elections. Caste system not only dominates the rural politics but also the politics of urban areas. Electoral process is one of the reasons for adding fuel to fire of ethnic conflicts. Even today in countryside, collective clan voting has a huge impact on election result. Instead of discouraging this, same politicians are extracting political achievement through this. The caste system play a very vital role in the politics of Pakistan. It can be stated that working of political parties, ethnic parties are fully understood in the mainstream of society. In Pakistan, parties are usually caste point to obtain power. Moreover, parties offer tickets to those who belong to dominant caste. Tricks to obtain power. In Pakistan, it can be effectively observed that caste system has been effectively ruling not only in rural areas but also in urban centers. Voters usually vote to the candidate belonging to their caste without analyzing its performance or character. The caste system is one of major sources to give birth tension among the different segments of society. Conclusion. Ethnic groups in Pakistan has destabilized the political system and our whole state. The forces try to harm our state, take advantage of conflict, and in result whole nations suffer. No doubt decision makers try their best to minimize these conflicts, but instead of being minimized, the policies backfired. Whenever a problem rises, government and agencies try their utmost effort to resolve these conflicts. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.